good? Hello? Can you hear me? Is it on? Got to be closer? Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sevareid House. This is our 5th season. We had an abbreviated one last year. Just like everything else, it was abbreviated. But we had 5 shows in the backyard last summer, and we had a great time. And I think we're going to be doing about a show a month in the backyard this year. Maybe we'll be able to go back inside the living room by the end of the year, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. But we had a great time, and I'm glad you're here. And I'm really pleased to introduce Angela Easterling, who's our featured artist today. And contrary to my misinformed promotion, she's actually from South Carolina, not North Carolina. I'm a little rusty in pulling this all together this year because we had about 5 or 6 months off. So Angela was actually supposed to play here last year, but all of her tours were called off. So, she didn't make it up, but we started talking early this year, and she was determined she was going to try to do it. And I said, we're game. So she has a really unique style, and she is an award-winning singer-songwriter. So I think you're going to really enjoy this. So please join me in welcoming Angela and Brandon Turner.
Thank you so much, Janet. And what a treat it is to get to play here. Beautiful home, and it's not raining, and all these nice folks. Thank you guys so much for coming. How you doing, Brandon?
Carrying on. How about yourself?
Which Carolina are you from?
Which Carolina? All right, folks, we're going to tune here for about 20 minutes, and then we'll...
I think we got it.
Oh, yeah, are good.
Y'all ready?
Just sing leaving songs and never let him hold me long. No, he speaks the truth I can't deny. I just don't know how to be the woman that he needs from me while I find a way of living my own life. 'Cause there's a big wide world turning round. Hey, I can't stop or slow it down. I just hold on tight and I'll take a ride on that big wide world turning around. He thinks I should jump at the chance to get myself all to romance. Part of me that he can't understand. I've never dreamed of being tamed. I was not born to change my name. It's nothing I would ask of any man. 'Cause there's a big wide world turning around. Hey, I can't stop or slow it down. I just hold on tight and I'll take a ride on that big wide world turning around. Now for 50 years we've had this conversation. Can't believe that it's still happening to me. Every time I must provide an explanation as a woman who is happy being free. Oh, you know that old thing, it just don't sound right to me. There's a big wide world turning around. Hey, I can't stop or slow it down. I just hold on tight and I'll take a ride on that big wide world turning around. Big wide world turning round. Big wide world turning round. Big wide world turning round.
Oh, thank you guys so much. That song is called Big Wide World. And you may have heard it if you ever tune into the SiriusXM Outlaw Country channel, because they've played it. And I haven't personally heard it on there, but I know that they played it because whenever they play it, they send me a check. So I hope they'll keep doing that, because those are nice. Mailbox money, they call it. But man, nothing beats getting out here to play for folks. Oh my gosh, I have missed it. I have missed it so much. And we had a busy year last year. We had a new baby last year, so we still had stuff going on. But man, I have missed being out here sharing my songs and playing for you guys. Thank you so much. Here's a happy song, and I wrote it when I was really depressed.
I'm gonna sing a happy song today. I'm gonna push those big dark clouds away. Don't want no misery piling on, sailing me. No, I'm gonna sing a happy song today. I'm gonna play a cheerful melody, one that makes you smile in any key. No time for the blues, no sad tale, no bad news. So I'm gonna play a cheerful melody. Gonna move to the rhythm, get up and dance. I just gotta give this joy a chance. So I'm gonna sing a happy song today. I'm gonna paint a picture of the sun, shining down so bright on everyone. We're alright, we just gotta get through this long night. So I'm gonna paint a picture of the sun. Gonna move to the rhythm, get up and dance. I just gotta give this joy a chance. So I'm gonna sing a happy song today. Hey, move to the rhythm, get up and dance. I just gotta give this joy a chance. So I'm gonna sing a happy song today. Come on and sing this happy song with me. If you feel inspired, put on some harmony. Believe my friend, something good is round the bend. So sing along to this happy song with me. Hey, move to the rhythm, get up and dance. You just gotta give us joy a chance. So let's all sing a happy song today. Hey, move to the rhythm, get up and dance. You just gotta give us joy a chance. So let's all sing a happy song today. I'm gonna sing a happy song today.
Thank you. That was the happy song. My sunglasses off. Yeah, as I was saying, I wrote that song when I was kind of depressed because I thought, man, typical artist, every time I get upset or mad about something, that's what I write a song about. So I thought, oh, my songs are going to be so depressing. I need to write something to cheer myself up a bit. That's what I came up with. Happy song. Now back to the depressing stuff. Just kidding. We'll get to that a little bit later. The song's called The Mountain.
Could give me just one break, Lord, just one break, Lord, that's all I need. Just some mercy on my journey, for this darkness is all I see. 'Cause I've been climbing up to meet you on my hands and on my knees. With all my weakness, my good shepherd, won't you please watch over me? Someday I'm gonna make it up to that mountain, far beyond the devil's reach. I can't keep my eyes looking towards that fountain, and I sanctified your blessings reach. The master of confusion seeks to destroy my every gain. Only you know how hard I'm trying. Don't let my efforts all be in vain. Someday I'm gonna make it up to that mountain, far beyond the devil's reach. Where I can't keep my eyes looking towards that fountain, and I sanctify your blessings reach. I am but a human vessel. I am imperfect and I fall each day. I sit and marvel at all creation, just want to matter in some small way. Someday I'm gonna make it up to that mountain, far beyond the devil's reach. Where I can't keep my eyes looking towards that fountain, and I sanctified your blessings reach. Your blessings reach.
Oh, thank you guys. It's The Mountain. Well, this next song we're going to do for you is one I wrote a few years back about what being American means to me. And I wrote it because I was thinking about how in our country we kind of like to divide up and define ourselves by our differences. And what I was trying to express in this song is how I think the things we have in common are bigger and more important than the things that divide us. So that's what this song is about. It's called American ID.
Train to Copenhagen, fell into a restless sleep. Woke up in a foreign city where every stranger looked like me. Way back home in Carolina, even in my family, I see the mark of many nations. It's our American ID. Every face tells me a story, some souls yearning to be free. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID. brought my ancestors' journey across these rivers and these plains, and I know it's their restive spirit. Same blood inside my veins makes me leave what is familiar, seek an unforgotten name. 'Cause every face tells me a story of a dreamer and a dream. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID. I get so angry at my neighbor on so much we disagree. I decided to surround myself with those who think like me. But all these colors that divide us, all these differences we spite, maybe form our true foundation. In the end, it seems so slight. 'Cause every face tells me a story that's part of my history. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID. Every face tells me a story that's part of my history. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID. We still fight and we still struggle for our American ID.
Thank you so much, American ID. Funnily enough, the first place that song ever got played on the radio was on the BBC in England. And it's kind of cool the way that happened. Roger McGuinn, the founder of the Byrds, had somehow stumbled across my music and really liked that song. And it's interesting because when we were recording that song, the producer played this beautiful 12-string guitar part. So it was totally kind of an homage to their music. And so he had come across it and he liked it, and he wanted to know if he could play it on the radio. During a radio interview, they had told him to bring in some artists some songs by newer artists that he liked. And so he was going to play a song by Elvis Costello and me. So that was pretty neat. That was one of those moments, and sometimes they're not so frequent, being an indie artist, but that was one of those moments when I thought, man, I really did the right thing by becoming a musician. I really did, because I thought, wow, I still kind of have to pinch myself over that Roger McGuinn liked one of my songs. It was pretty cool. Well, Brandon and I, we haven't been touring as much in the last year, but we used to tour quite a lot, especially before we had our kids. We've got 3 little boys at home. So we used to tour quite a lot. And I was up in Connecticut and I was playing that song, American ID. And after I played the show, a man came up to me and he was really mad and upset. And he said, "I want to talk to you about that American ID song." And I said, "Oh, goodness, I've gone and offended somebody. What in the world did I do?" And he said, "I want to know why you were singing about all of us being fat." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Every time you came to the chorus, you said, 'We're so fat.'" And then I thought, oh, okay, see, I got it then, because I'm from South Carolina. And the line is, "We still fight and we still struggle." But because I'm from South Carolina, I was saying, "We still fight." And he thought I was saying, "We're so fat." And so now whenever I sing that song, I really try to make sure that I hit that I and that enunciation. It's supposed to be, kind of a feel-good song. I don't want you guys to think I'm casting aspersions on us in any kind of a way as far as our collective weight. But if you listen to the CD was recorded before I met that fellow, and so on the CD I do say, we still fought. So anyway, that's my story with American ID. The next song we're going to do for you is one I wrote after reading the novel The Lovely Bones, and by Alice Sebold. And of course, somebody is calling me right now. Just ignore my phone. I forgot to turn it off. I was reading the yeah, you can play along with it. Whoever's calling me, please stop. Okay, thank you. I read the novel The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. If you haven't read it, it is a beautiful, beautiful novel about a 14-year-old girl who is killed, and she's actually the narrator, and so she narrates the whole book from beyond the grave. And it just really touched me. In fact, not long after I read it, my little 14-year-old cousin had passed away from cancer, and so it really resonated with me, and I thought, I want to try to write something from this same sort of point of view of a young girl looking back from the grave and speaking to her family. So this is what I came up with. This is called Field of Sorrow.
Brother will bear a heavy burden, and late at night he still calls my name. He wants to throw his arms around me. No one can know my brother's pain. Father will bear a heavy burden, and late at night he still calls my name. He wishes somehow he could have saved me. No one can know my Father's pain. I'm bound to leave this field of sorrow. My work is done. It's time to go. But where I'm headed, you may not follow. There's still a seed here that you must sow. Mother will bear a heavy burden, and late at night she still calls my name. She longed to see me grow to a woman. No one can know my mother's pain. But my dear, dear family, I'm all around you. I hear you when you call my name. I'm in the whisper.
Thank you so much. That was Field of Sorrow. Hey, Brandon, can you play me some instrumental music for turning my phone off? Can you play me some turning my phone off music so nobody calls me again?
This is a song called You Should Have Turned Your Phone Off Before You Started Playing. I like that progression. Write something over it.
Do it.
You should have turned your phone off before you got on stage to play. You should have turned your phone off. Something new you gotta do today. I'm sorry, folks. How'd you forgive me? Quit now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Turner. I think it'd be a good time now that you've shared some of your improvisational abilities. Why don't you play them a song?
You want me to just make one up?
If you want to. Y'all want to hear one of Brandon's songs? Which one do you think you're going to play, Brandon?
The one down there on the list, probably. Yeah. Well, I got a little girl that just will not treat me right. Said I got a little old gal just does not treat me right. She done gone to running around, stepping out most every night. Well, I asked you where you going when you were stepping out. Told me you were going to the laundromat. I went by that laundry at 9:30. Locked us on the doors was a closed for business sign. So tell me, baby, what you been doing this washing out? 'Cause all my shirts is dirty. I don't believe you've been to no laundromat. You got me wearing, baby, from my head down to my shoe. going when you were stepping out. Told me you were going to the laundromat. I went by that old laundry at 9:30. Locks was on the doors, the clothes have been assigned. Tell me, baby, where you doing this washing at? It's all my shirts, sister. You ain't been to no laundromat. Yes, that all my shirts, sister. You ain't been to the laundromat. Oh, blues
Brandon.
for you. Thank you, folks.
Brandon Turner. Not too bad, is he? Brandon and I have been playing music together for almost 12 years. We're just short of 12 years. We played our first show together on Cinco de Mayo of 2009. And I thought, man, this guy's great. Awesome guitar player. And we started going out on the road and doing some gigs and spending time together. And he's funny and he's smart and he's good looking, and one thing led to another, and now we have 3 kids. 3 boys. Woo-wee. And our oldest one just turned 8. Our middle son just turned 5, and our baby will be 1 next month. So we've got our hands full and our hearts full, and it's a lot of fun. It's been an interesting journey, to say the least. And, well, as the old folks like to say, we kind of put the cart before the horse, but that's okay. Got a song out of it. We're going to do it for you now. It's called Common-Law Wife. And it's true. I told you he was funny.
You funny. Everybody funny.
I swore I'd never marry, hell, you heard it in my song. And if some feller caught me, well, it wouldn't be for long. Oh, gal, somewhere along the way I fell into the straw, and I found myself here wedded according to that common law. Now I may common law wife, living out my life. I ain't got no license, I may common law wife. I was raised in church each Sunday, got a fine college degree. You think I'd learned my lesson about those birds and those bees? Well, imagine my surprise then when the stork came to my door. I thought he was at the wrong house with that old cart pushing horse, so I may come along. Yes, this is my life. I ain't got no license, I may come along. When we hear that baby cry, we're too busy changing diapers or walking down the aisle. But I'm living with the only man who never broke my heart. I guess sometimes in the middle is a real good place to start. Oh, I may come along wife, happy with my life. I ain't got no license, I may come along wife. Yes, I may come along wife, happy with my life. I ain't got no license, I may come along wife.
Thank you. Common Law Wife, true song, much to my mother's chagrin. The funny thing is, though, the cool thing about that song and the album it was on, it went all the way to #1 on the Roots Music Report Americana Country Alternative Country chart, which is a national radio chart. It went all the way to #1 for 1 week. It actually knocked the Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell album down to #2 for 1 week. And then the next week, they went back to #1, and that's fine. That's where they belong. I mean, we all know it. That's where they belong. But I took a screenshot of my album over their album, and it's now the wallpaper in every room in our house, right? Just kidding. He won't let me do that. But that's another one of those little things when I get kind of down on this whole on my whole career choice. Sometimes I think, man, that was really cool. It was in the top 5 of that chart for several months, and I'm a totally indie artist. I do all the booking, and I do all the promotion, and I write the songs, and I fix my hair and put on my makeup, and then I forget to turn off my phone because I'm doing all that other stuff. So that was really cool to have that happen, and I was excited about that. Well, we do live on a farm down in South Carolina with our 3 little boys, and we live on land down there that goes back in my mom's side of the family to 1791, and it's still a working family farm to this day. Brandon and I don't really do too much with the farm. My aunt and uncle run the farm. I didn't get that farming gene. Don't get your plants near me. I will kill them just by looking at them.
I thought you was going to say, I'll kill your cows.
I'll kill your cows too, probably. No, they don't let the cows near me. But yeah, we have cows, if you didn't guess. And Brandon, sometimes though, he gets to, the cows, they get out, that's what cows do. And they get out, and then my uncle calls Brandon up, and he gets to go out there and try to help round the cows up, don't you, Brandon? So you never thought when he put those cowboy shoes on and started playing cowboy music that he was going to actually...
What are cowboy shoes?
Oh, those.
It ain't them, I can assure you.
You have some cowboy shoes. Where are they?
What in the world's going on here?
Sorry, I've been drinking way too much water today.
Get on my cowboy shoes.
Well, I have my cowboy shoes on.
I'll go out there and bale some hay and whatnot, I tell you.
But yeah, he gets to go out there in his real cowboy shoes, which are sneakers.
You're talking about my work boots.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you grew up on a farm, huh?
Sorry, I have mommy brain. Yeah. Don't mess up my story, Brandon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue. Please.
Yeah. You guys, mommy brain is a real thing. It is. So he gets to go out there and chase the cows and help my uncle round the cows up. But our farm just happens to be in an area of the state that's like the quickest growing area of the state. We're near the airport and the BMW plant, and so everybody wants to move in there and build something else. And our land's kind of the last open land in this area, so it's we've kind of ended up with this cattle farm that's in the middle of a suburb, and when our cows do get out, they get in people's yards and eat their prize roses and, and all kind of stuff. But a few years ago, they built a new road through there, and they took a bunch of our land for the road, and we're kind of still at a constant threat of being redeveloped into being rezoned into a residential housing. And it's kind of scary. Having something in your family for over 200 years and then just to see that you might just lose it. We might not be able to pass it on to our kids. So that's what this next song is about, is when they built that new road. It's called BlackTop Road.
They got telephone poles where our trees had been. Ripped up our pasture, put a sidewalk in. On that big bus of progress that you've gotta go, we're gonna lay us a blacktop road. We're gonna lay us a blacktop road. Now they tore down the house my great-granddaddy built. When my grandpa was born and my mama took her first steps. Yeah, but nobody cared about the stories it told. This ball was just right ride for Blacktop Road. It was a perfect spot for Blacktop Road. Yeah, yeah, Blacktop Road, Blacktop Road. They're gonna lay them Blacktop Road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road. Grandma planted these flowers back when she was my age. They still bloom here every year, though she's gone to her grave. Homie won't be here tomorrow, that I know. They're gonna pave them right over with the Blacktop Road. Gonna cover them over, Blacktop Road. Yeah, yeah, Blacktop Road, Blacktop Road. They're gonna lay them on Blacktop Road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road. Careful, this can't happen in the USA. They said you better shut up, we'll take your farm away. Then they thought they'd be friendly, maybe throw us a bone. They slapped our family name on that Blacktop Road. Now our family names on that Blacktop Road. Yeah, yeah, Blacktop Road, Blacktop Road. They're gonna lay them Blacktop Road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road, Blacktop Road, Blacktop Road. They're gonna lay them Blacktop Road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road. Get out of the way of that Blacktop Road.
All right, Blacktop Road. Broke string, Blacktop Road.
One right quick.
Let's do one more and then we'll take a break and we can fix it. How about that? And you can play Isaac Woodard. Yes, if you want to. Mark said. Well, I broke a string on that one. I was getting into it a little bit too much, so we're going to do one more song, and then we'll take a short break so I can change that string. You guys can visit a little bit, and we've got some CDs and stuff in the back. I'm just going to let Brandon play this on his electric. You want to play it on the electric? Or okay. So this song is one that I wrote 4 or 5 years ago when I learned the story of Isaac Woodard. Isaac Woodard was an African-American World War II veteran, and in 1946, he had been honorably discharged from his service. He was in South Carolina on a bus, headed home to his family, wearing his dress uniform and all his medals from the war. And in the middle of the night, he was pulled off the bus in a small town of Batesburg, South Carolina. He was pulled off the bus, and he was beaten and blinded by the police. And his story went on to have huge ramifications in the civil rights movement. But I had never heard of it, and I had never even heard his name until a few years ago. Even though I'm from South Carolina, I had never heard of him before. So somewhere along the way, his story had kind of gone from our national attention. And so I wrote this song because I was so struck by the injustice of what happened to him. I wanted more people to know his story. And just in the last few years, there's been a wonderful book that came out called Unexampled Courage. If you'd like to know more about Isaac Woodard and the things that what happened to him set in place within the civil rights movement, highly recommend it. And just a couple weeks ago, there was a documentary on PBS on American Experience called The Blinding of Isaac Woodard. You can stream that online. So I would definitely recommend that you do that. In 2019, I probably had the biggest honor of my whole musical career when I got invited on a very cold February morning to come down to Batesburg, South Carolina, and stand in the spot where Isaac Woodard was blinded and sing this song at the dedication of a historical marker in his name. Hopefully his name will no longer be forgotten. This song is called Isaac Woodard's Eyes.
He was in the uniform of Uncle Sam, just home from service in a foreign land. Hitler was dead, but not that old Jim Crow. So to the back of the bus he had to go. Stop in a sleepy South Carolina town. The police chief and his boy came around. They dragged that soldier out into the night and beat him till they'd robbed him of his sight. Son out fighting in a war to save another people from hateful tyranny, and coming home to find that he still wasn't free. They threw him in the jail and took his pay. Didn't bring a doctor in for 2 whole days. 3 weeks had passed before his family knew the horrible ordeal he had been through. But that police chief still held his head up high. Acquitted by a jury that was all white. In some sick way maybe he felt justified. His bitter hatred cloaked in a madman's shameful pride. And I think about that uniform he wore, a vow to protect he violently ignored. They say that cop went on to live a long, long life. I pray he dreamed each night of Isaac Woodard's eyes. 'Cause I think about that uniform he wore, a mother's son out fighting from a fearful enemy, and came home to find that he still wasn't free. He came home to find that he still wasn't free.
Thank you. We're going to take a minute, change the string. We'll be right back with some more music. Thank you, guys. Which will be easier?
Thank you.
I do have them. They're right back there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, if you want to take a look at them, they're right back there. Thank you.
Oh, no, you want bro.
You having fun?
Oh, yeah.
How's that beer?
That one right there is sour. Kids would like it.
Oh, really? Like Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it even says it. When I tasted it, looked at it. It's got some kind of sour. Sour Patch Kids. Put on my cowboy shoes. Go out there and round me up some hay. Feed me some cows. Remember.
There's enough of a delay that the song's still playing on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Sounds really good, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, pretty good for the YouTube.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. You guys sounded great. You doing good?
Yeah, thank you, man.
Anything you
taking
need?
care of us. We're good right now. Appreciate you.
There you go.
One is a master plan, one is a straight line. One always knows what's next, one always knows what's mine. Two is a detour, two is a winding road. Two is going on vacation, abandoning the station and sharing your heavy load. And oh, I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna take my time. One is doing my way, two is a compromise. One is hedge your bets, two is roll the dice. One is being bold, two is a handhold. One is peace and quiet, two can be a riot, hot with passion, then cruel and cold. And oh, I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna take my time. Ooh, I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna take my time. One don't have to be lonely, two don't have to be chained. One might be a blessing and two might cause you pain. One is freedom of self, two is freedom from self. Any love is freedom, all love is freedom, makes your life live full and well. And oh, I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna take my time. Ooh, I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna take my time. Na 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 na, 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 na 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 na. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Thank you so much. That song is called One versus Two. It's about trying to make a decision and weighing your options. You know, you make a list of pros and cons, and then you do that so long that you don't make a decision. You just decide to stay right where you are.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do. Overthink things a little bit sometimes. Well, this next tune that I want to tell you, because I've been doing a lot of stuff that's a true story songs, and this song is not true. So just want to get that out of the way because it's called Arkansas Murder Ballad. And don't want you guys to think that killed anybody down in Arkansas, even though it is in the first person. But I wrote this song because
I really got into, for a while, I was into all these old Appalachian murder ballads. And I was listening to them and researching them, and they're super cool. They're also kind of dark and twisted, and many of them go way back, like hundreds of years. Some of them go all the way back to England and Scotland and Ireland, and they've been updated with locales in America, such as the song Knoxville Girl, which is a very famous murder ballad. Actually goes back to a murder that I believe happened in England like 400 years ago. So I was getting into these songs, but one thing I noticed they all had in common is that they're all about a man who lures some girl out into the woods and then kills her very violently. Sometimes he doesn't even have a good reason for it. He just tells you that he kills her. And I thought, man, all these songs are about violence towards women. What is up with that? So I decided I was going to write my own murder ballad, and my murder ballad, the killer is the woman. So... and also, I had to make sure that I put a good reason in there for what she's about to do here in this song, Arkansas Murder Ballad.
Dig a hole about 6 by 5, make it deep, not too wide. Fresh blisters on my calloused hand, back so weary, hard to stand. Soon the sun will rise up on that eastern sky. He looks so peaceful laying there, reminds me when I used to care before broken ribs, blackened eyes, 1,000 tears, 1,000 lies, and no time to wonder if anyone heard his cry. He that old north wind is howling low, and she seemed to say, hey girl, where you gonna go? I don't know. He dragged me west to Arkansas, took me from my mind pie. Talked so pretty, talked so sweet, talked me right up off my feet. Oh, Virginia, Virginia, I miss my home. A poison flower in my heart by hate and fear. He did start, I could have left, I could have run, but I shot him with his daddy's gun. Oh Jesus, Lord have mercy on my soul. He that old north wind is howling low, and she seems to say, hey girl, where you gonna go? I don't know. Dig a hole about 6 by 5, make it deep, not too wide. The child within me starts to stir. This ain't no kind world for her. Her mama's a killer, her daddy's an evil man. The warm dark earth welcomes me, chest is pounding, try to breathe as sirens wail from down the road. That barrel on my temple cold, one look to the sky and steady my right hand. He that old north wind is howling low. Will I rise upon her or fall to depths below? I don't know, I don't know. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you so much. Arkansas Murder Ballad. Well, after that last song, you might feel like drinking. I'm going to do a song I wrote one night when I felt like drinking. It's called Feel Like Drinking. So if you feel like drinking, cheers. And I'm pushed into the corner and my back's against the wall. The rising expectations make for a steeper fall. I need to get away and just forget about it all, and I'll be fine. I feel like drinking tonight. I feel like drinking, I don't feel like thinking. I need a vacation from my restless mind. Pass me that bottle, I'm going full throttle. I'm leaving this whole mess behind. Oh, I feel like drinking tonight. Sometimes you wanna go where nobody knows your name. They don't ask a lot of questions, who you are, why you came, but they know what you're doing here. They're here to do the same, and they don't mind if you feel like drinking tonight. Well, I feel like drinking, I don't feel like thinking. I need a vacation from my restless mind. Pass me that bottle, I'm going full throttle. I'm leaving this whole mess behind. Oh, I feel like drinking tonight. What's wrong with being happy for a little while? Gonna fix that trouble, gonna have me a double tilted back and just take flight. Might do a little drinking tonight. Look out! Well, I feel like drinking, I don't feel like thinking. I need a vacation from my restless mind. Pass me that bottle, I'm going full throttle. I'm leaving this whole mess behind. Oh, I feel like drinking tonight. Yeah, I feel like drinking, I don't feel like thinking. Need a vacation from my restless mind. Pass me that bottle, I'm going full throttle. I'm leaving this whole mess behind. Oh, I feel like drinking tonight. Hey, I feel like drinking tonight. Well, I feel like drinking tonight. All right. Yeah. Water. Very important. Feel like drinking. Very important to stay hydrated. Well, we're going to do a new song for you. Although if you haven't seen me before, they might all be new to you. And again, thanks so much to the folks that bought CDs. I forgot to mention that I do have CDs back there. If you still buy CDs, I have them. And a lot of the songs, most of the songs we're playing today are on the CDs, except for we'll do a couple new songs, and we are going to have a new CD coming out very soon. It was supposed to come out last year, but we figured why release a CD in the pandemic when we can't go on tour with it, so we held off for a little bit, and I'm kind of glad we did because I wrote some more songs, and now they're going to be on it, so it's going to be a extra super duper double CD or something like that. But
this is a newer song that's going to be on there. And this song is one I really wish that I didn't feel the desire to write this one, and I really wish I could not have to sing it anymore. But we live down the road from a firehouse, and every time there's some kind of national mass shooting, they lower their flag to half-staff. And it's gotten to where it seems like it's that way all the time. Like it's never all the way up the flagpole. And that's what this song's about. It's called Halfway Down.
This morning's like a penny, all bright, shiny, and new. The mean old summer heat is gone, the fall has kissed with dew. I hear my children laughing, no, they ain't seen the news. I breathe a prayer of thanks, they're safe at home right now. I drive along road into town. All the flags are halfway down. Try to make my peace with that strange ground on the long road into town. Another man, another gun, American as pie. Nothing ever changes, no one's asking why. We offer up our thoughts and prayers, we shake our fist and cry, and we go back to our own busy lives. Drive the long road into town. See the flags are halfway down. Try to make our peace with that strange ground on the long road into town. And they'll raise them back up again, but then in a week or maybe two, you'll see. On the long road into town, the flag is back halfway down, and we'll make our peace with that strange ground on the long road into town. On the long road into town.
Thank you. The song is called Halfway Down. So here's another new one. As I mentioned, we've got 3 boys, and it was really, the minute the first one was born, I realized that I had to raise not just a boy, I had to raise a man. I wanted to raise him up to be a good man. And it's kind of a crazy time to be raising boys, you know, with all the stories in the news and Me Too and everything that has brought up over the last year that's at the forefront of our minds. And so this song is about that. It's about raising these boys up to be good men. It's called Little Boy Blues.
Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man. My heart is growing weary. I'm in this world of men. Memories still haunt me, and now I don't know where I stand. And little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man. Who will hold his little hand while I've gone to my rest? Will he become an honest man or just another woman's test? And little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna grow up to a big boy. Little boy gonna be a man.
Thank y'all so much. That was Little Boy Blues. Let's hear another tune from Brandon. What you want to sing, Brandon? I don't have anything on there now. It just says Brandon. So you can sing whatever you want to.
I'll sing a song about me then.
Go ahead.
When I was growing up, I liked to play Piedmont blues. I learned to play finger picking like that, and then and when I got a little older, I liked John Prine too and stuff. So I put two of them together and made this. I never like to say I wrote a song. I don't think I ever wrote a song, but I made up a few of them. I was watching CNN yesterday on my TV when my ADD must have kicked into OD. 'Cause about the time of that news broadcast, somewhere around 2 or 3, found myself looking out the window at the world just to see what I could see. Now I'm looking out my window at the world, it's kinda like watching TV. Only difference now that I can tell one's flat and one's 3D. Well, everything's gone crazy and it's starting to make me too. I'm looking out my window at the world, wondering what to do. Well, I was watching this woman cook a turkey, and then I was watching the cops. I was wondering if that high-speed chase ever was gonna stop. Well, I flipped on over to the football game, but I didn't stay there long. They was trying to sell me some hemorrhoid cream, and that's when I thought I heard the phone. Well, I'm looking out my window at the world, it's kinda like watching TV. Only difference now that I can tell one's flat and one's 3D. Well, everything's gone crazy and it's starting to make me too. I'm looking out my window at the world, wondering what to do. Let me pick a little bit. Well, I picked up the phone. It was a friend of mine. He said, "Are you watching Channel 3? Because they showing that Sling Blade movie again, and it's the best thing on TV." Well, I watched it for a minute, or maybe an hour or two. I watched it till that lawnmower blade nearly cut his head clean in two. I'm looking out my window at the world. It's kind of like I'm watching TV. Only difference now that I can tell one's flat and one's 3D. Well, everything's going crazy and starting to make me too. I'm looking out my window at the world, wondering, what am I gonna do? Thank you.
Brandon Turner with one of the best Sling Blade impersonations.
Well, I reckon y'all got to eat in there. What y'all reckon got good? You got any French fried doughters?
Tell him you want some of the big ones.
We gotta ask how much it costs first.
How much you want for them?
Well, how much you want for them? See, I put on my cowboy shoes sometimes, and
Hey, one time he put on his cowboy shoes and he opened up for Billy Bob Thornton, didn't you? A few years back.
yeah. And I didn't say nothing about them. I didn't do it.
Did you play that song for him?
No, I didn't. I didn't know it.
That was a missed
He didn't want to
opportunity.
hear none of that. We give him some peppers though. Billy Bob likes really hot peppers, so we give him. So I grow these Carolina Reapers, which were bred down there in South Carolina, and it's the hottest pepper in the world. It is. It's got. You can look at. It's got a Wikipedia page.
It's very unpleasant.
And we grow them in the front yard, and they're incredibly hot.
They are. I mean, the one night he tried to dry them, I think he had to take 3 showers because anywhere he touched on his face or his nose or anything was burning. But they just take a little bit. Just take you take a little tiny bit and you mix it up like in some salsa.
A little dab, do you?
Yeah, just a little tiny bit of it. You don't want much of it. All right. So with that being said, let's sing a song en français, French. People were looking at my records and saying, "Is this album in French? And why do you have an album in French?" And I studied French in college and just loved it. Well, I was never very good at it, but I just loved it. And when I started writing songs, I wrote this next song called One Microphone. And we were recording it in the studio, and the producer brought in a guy playing accordion, and all of a sudden the song started taking on this whole French cabaret vibe, and I was thinking about the words, and I was thinking how easily these words would translate into French. So I decided that I was going to do a French version of this song. And I have a friend who is from France, a very good friend of mine's from France, and she's a French professor at Furman University down in Greenville, South Carolina. So she and I wrote the song together, and then I called up the engineer and told him I needed to come back in the studio and redo the vocal on that song. So I went back in the studio, got in the booth, started singing a few passes of the song in French, and the engineer comes on my headphones and says, "Angela, what are you doing?" I said, I just want to redo this song in French. Just bear with me. Let me try it. So he said, okay. So I sang it a few more times, and he came back on in my headphones and said, "Angela, I think you sing better in French than you do in English." So Marianne and I, my French friend Marianne and I, had so much fun writing together that we decided to do a whole album in French. They're all songs that we wrote together, so it's the same kind of, Americana, folky type music, but all the lyrics are in French. We call it Franco-Americana, but then everyone said that sounded like SpaghettiOs. So I'm not sure what we called it, but I do have those CDs back there if you're interested in something a little different. I only charge $5 for them, so if you don't like them, You can use them for coasters, or you can give them to somebody else, or so they're not a huge financial investment if you decide that you don't like me singing in French. But the song that I wrote, One Microphone, I wrote many years ago when I decided that I wasn't going to date any more musicians. You can see how that worked out for me. But at the time, I really meant it because, man, you know, you have a really good bass player and you start dating them and then you break up and then you have to get a new bass player and it's just terrible. So I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to date any more musicians. So that's what the song is about. So if you don't understand French, just remember it's about not dating any other musicians, and you'll be right there with me. One Microphone. I'm going to do the first half in English, and I'm going to do the second half in French. See, there's one microphone, used to be two. One was for me and one was for you. Now when I stole the heart of the singer, you broke the heart of the song. I won't look for a reason to linger, when I take my exit, I'm gone. Still hope someday you'll find you change your mind. You're tired of playing alone, 'cause now I'm just a melody. You were my harmony. You'll find me out on this stage with just one microphone. Il y a une seule guitare, il y en avait deux. Et ces vieux accords joyeux semblent malheureux. La musique qui nous a réunis, la musique finit nos chansons. Désir est plus que le tendre ami. On ne jouait donc pas l'unisson, mais j'espère qu'une belle nuit tu changeras de vie, tu seras fatigué de jouer seul, parce que je ne suis qu'une mélodie. Tu étais mon harmonie. Tu me trouveras sur la scène avec un microphone. You were my harmony. You'll find me out on this stage with just one microphone. One microphone. Oh, whoa, whoa. Thank you. So it was one microphone, un microphone. And Brandon, what language were you playing in?
I don't know what that was. That was a big Latin.
Pig Latin, all right. Brandon studied German in high school. 9. Well, we're having a great time playing for you guys. We have time for a couple more. Is everybody good? All right. I know we got a little bit of a late start. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to do one more new song. This song is this is a pandemic song. I guess we'll have a bunch of pandemic songs. This is an experience that the whole world has been through at the same time. It's kind of amazing. I mean, so many huge things that happen, they might only happen in a town or a state or a country, but this is the whole world. So it's incredible to think about that. How things have changed, how different things are. A year and a half ago, if someone would have asked me what would be a big dream of mine or a big goal, I would have said, well, it would be so great if I got one of my songs in like an Apple commercial or a Target commercial or something like that would provide for my family financially, but also open up some good opportunities for me to travel and play more places. And man, that would be my ultimate goal, And then last summer, I was out pushing my newborn baby in the stroller and thinking about how much things have changed and how different they were. And I thought, what is one thing I want from my life? Like just one thing. What is the one thing I want from my life? And I thought, I want to see my children grow old. That is what I want. And so that's what this song's about. It's called Grow Old.
All of a sudden it got quiet. All of a sudden time stood still. And somewhere hidden in the silence, a new perspective was revealed. Watch my plans and expectations float away like lost balloons. I mourn them just until the sunset and wrote your name across the moon. Truly nothing matters more to me. I now know my most cherished dream. I want to be there for those first smile lights, to watch your hair turn gray. Scars and tattoos that marks your days. All of your triumphs, your loves and losses, your big mistakes. I wanna know how your life unfolds. I wanna see you grow old. I love to hold you in the morning. We chase the monsters down the hall. Someday your troubles will outgrow me, but I'll still come running when you call. I ain't religious, but before each day is through, close my eyes and I say a prayer for you. 'Cause I wanna be there for those first smile lights, to watch your hair turn gray. Follow the map of scars and tattoos that marks your days. All of your triumphs, your loves and losses, your big mistakes. I wanna know how your life unfolds. I wanna see you grow old. How your life unfolds. I wanna see you grow old.
Thank you so much. What a strange and crazy time we've been having. It's back when I wrote this song, I don't know, I can't hardly remember what I was thinking about back when I wrote this song. This is an older song, but I feel like it kind of applies to where we are right now, where we see the light at the end of the tunnel. The song's about those times in your life when you feel like everything's just dried up and you're in a drought, and you go outside and you look up at the sky and you're just looking around for a cloud anywhere, just a cloud of hope, something you can hold on to. And sometimes you look up at the sky and you see a cloud off in the distance, and sometimes you might get really lucky and you might see two. And that's what this song's about. It's called Two Clouds.
It's been a long, hot summer after a long, cold year. The fields are lying in slumber way down here. There's a sweet breeze blowing and it's planting time. I just sense that thunder rumbling up my spine. There's two clouds up in the sky. All of a sudden it's a big supply. I gotta get some rain or I think I'll die. Yeah, mama needs some water full of well runs dry. Ooh, I can feel a kinetic lightning spark as the heavens brighten and get dark. And the wind is whipping through my hair like energy dancing on the air. 'Cause there's two clouds up in the sky. All of a sudden it's a big supply. I gotta get some rain or I think I'll die. Yeah, mama needs some water full of well runs dry. I'm alive, my heart is pounding, in my skin electric chill. Yes, I'm alive, my breath abounding, every muscle tends to thrill. I know the storm is coming, it's one that I've been praying for, and it's just like that old saying, mighty poor. And I see it,
That's too bad.
and I feel it.
That's too bad.
I see it,
That's too bad.
I feel it. I see it,
Too bad.
I feel it.
Too bad.
There's 2 kinds. Well, now mama needs some water full of well runs dry. Oh, mama needs some water full of well runs dry. Brandon Turner.
Thank you, folks. Miss Angela Easterling. For you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Janet, for hosting us. This has been a thrill and a delight. And all of you wonderful people for coming. We appreciate you so much. We love this. We love doing this. I hope you can tell how much we love it. And we wouldn't get to do it if it wasn't for you, and especially if it wasn't for Janet hosting us and all the work that she puts into this. Thank you so much for hosting us in your beautiful home. We've got CDs in the back. If you like to get a CD, we've got those. We've got posters. If you want to make sure you remember what I look like, or if you want to draw mustaches on me, we've got posters back there. And jewelry that was made from our recycled guitar strings that we played at shows. So we've got some of that back there. Do you guys want to hear one more? All right. I'm a lucky person, and I feel like I live such a blessed life to get to do what I love for a living and then get to go home to my family. Being a musician, an indie musician, is different. You don't play on big stages and have everybody know who you are, but it's fun and it's wonderful and we love it, and that's what this song's about. It's called I'm All Right.
When I was young, my mama would say that I'd be a star someday. I guess I never made it, except maybe in her eyes. So much seemed possible then. I jumped right down into the deep end. I tried my best, but it never came. So now I realize I'm alright, I'm alright. There's a big yellow moon and the sky's so bright, and I'm on my way back home tonight. Well, I'm alright, I'm alright. Got a whole lot of love in my life, and there's nothing more I need to get by. Yes, I'm alright. Sometimes I'm playing my music somewhere for free. People don't pay no attention to me. It's not quite where I thought I'd be, but I can smile, 'cause there's worse ways to earn a dime, far worse ways to pass the time than to sing a song, strum along, and drive another mile. I'm alright, I'm alright. There's a big yellow moon and the sky's so bright, and I'm on my way back home tonight. Oh, 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 I'm alright, I'm alright. Got a whole lot of love in my life, and there's nothing more I need to get by. Yes, I'm alright. sets me free. His daddy's heart is strong and true. What a lucky girl am I. I'm alright, I'm alright. There's a big yellow moon in the sky so bright, and I'm on the way back home tonight. Oh, I'm alright, I'm alright. Got a whole lot of love in my life, and there's nothing more I need to get by. Yes, I'm alright. When I was young, my mama would say I'd be a star someday.
Thank you. Please help us thank Ken over here running the sound and his whole crew. Done such a great job. I tell you what, getting to come out here and not having to set up our PA and you guys doing so much work and doing the live stream too. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of these folks. We really appreciate it. You guys did a great job. Thanks again, Janet. Thanks to all of you. I hope you guys get home safe, and I hope we get to see you again. I've got an email list in the back. You can sign up for it, and I will let you know when we're going to be back through. And you guys take care and keep coming back. Thank you. Have a good night.